An assailant attacked Carrie Underwood while she worked on her property. Fortunately, just a portion of her cute sheep who caught her off guard. Check out the American Idol judges' thoughts on the farm's animals. An incident involving a sheep attack is recounted by Carrie Underwood. On September 10th, Underwood shared a video on her Instagram stories showing herself surrounded by sheep. Instructions are provided in the video. "I'm currently being targeted by someone with a charming trait." The American Idol winner was unharmed, but the cute animals won them over nonetheless. Her finger landed on one of the nearby sheep and she called out to it, "Hey, return." The sheep had just rotted some hay to show off and a bit of it was sticking out of its mouth. "What is your problem?" As another sheep approached, Underwood inquired as he lowered the camera. She spoke to the sheep, saying, "Excuse me," as it sprang onto the camera. "Do you mean to smash your head into my body?" she then asks. "I hope you don't play this morning," she murmured just before another sheep leaped up at her. She made an awkward noise that sounded like "no" just before the video finished. Past occurrences on her property have been discussed by Carrie Underwood. Despite her fame as a country music singer, Underwood values the quiet existence on the farm. On her Instagram, she talks about this quite a bit. She proudly displayed the newest addition to the farm to the public on May 21st. "Wow, that's unexpected. On the farm, there is fresh life once more." At the time, she wrote, "This little guy happened to be born on the day of the final, so we thought that it would only be right if we named him Jamal. And when the chance presents itself, Underwood plans to drop by the barn for a snuggle session with Mama and Baby Jay. They're doing fine," she concluded. "Little one, I am introducing you to the world." While Underwood's garden was flourishing on August 29th, she opted to share a photo of one of her squash plants with her Instagram followers. The artist wrote, "I have always heard wonderful things about the trombonino squash and thought I would give it a try this year." In the caption of the photo, "As a gardener, I can be described as unmotivated. I do little more than plant seeds in the earth and cross my fingers. Thankfully, just one of them sprouted. As for me, I can't wait until the day when the dust settles." In Franklin, Tennessee, amidst the rolling hills, the scent of new hay and cactus permeates the air, and country music singer Carrie Underwood has temporarily traded in her microphone for a pitchfork. Even though Underwood has a terrific voice and has hit singles like "Before He Cheats" that have topped the charts, her arena tour is not yet sold out. Instead, the furry and feathery inhabitants of her family's farm launched a humorous and chaotic assault in her most recent escapade. Envision a Grammy-winning artist squeezing in between a playful piglet, catching stray chickens, and avoiding an inquisitive goat. At the same time, Jacob and Isaiah, her kids, are quietly chugging along. Underwood combines her fame with the rustic beauty of rural life in her most recent interviews and social media posts, which offer a look into the lovely, charming, and chaotic atmosphere of her farm. With her husband Mike Fisher and their two sons, ages 10 and 6, Underwood lives on a 400-acre farm that is more of a hive of activity than a tranquil refuge. The family decided to leave the city of Nashville and settle down on this expansive property in 2018 so they could bring up their children in harmony with nature. What began as a vision of pastoral bliss, cultivating vegetables and tending orchards, has transformed into a daily farce of accidents brought about by their rapidly growing animal troupe. Underwood gave the impression in a recent interview with People magazine that he is unsure if he is operating a farm or a zoo. Having a strong connection to her Oklahoma heritage, as she characterized the joyous chaos, the assaults initially posed no threat. It was Underwood who took in a bunch of. She kept a flock of chickens, including speckled Sussex hens, fluffy Rhode Island Reds, and others, so that her boys would learn responsibility. That was the starting point. Isaiah affectionately called these delicate divers the ladies because of their innate ability to break free of their cages, leading to frequent, unscheduled chases across the meadow. Underwood chased a hen named Dolly in August 2025 while wearing a white shirt and muddy boots, as shown in an Instagram video that went viral. Along with her, Jacob was yelling, "Go mama," to cheer her on. Unconcerned with her owner's 8 Grammys, the chicken zigzags at an incredible pace, leaving Underwood gasping for air and laughing. She captioned the photo with, "They're faster than they look," and her admirers went crazy, calling it the cutest ambush ever. Then there's the Goat Brigade, a trio of miscreants called Wen, Willie, and Merle, named after country music icons. When Underwood is out tending to the garden, these diminutive but vicious beasts have a nasty habit of assaulting him. The ringleader, Wen, typically chews on her pants. Even worse, Wen once dragged her into a muddy area when she was planting carrots. She said, "I'm out here trying to be farmer on Good Morning America." Carrie and these other individuals are planning a coup and are using comedy to cover up the chaos. As the goats continued their side-splitting antics, Fisher was overjoyed to record the scene until Merle headbutted a laundry basket, scattering clean clothes across the yard. Filmed and posted by Fisher with the description, "Carrie vs. the Goat Gang Round 3, the third round of Carrie vs. the Goat Gang took place in the goat-infested yard. Carrie is tougher than a tornado, but these goats are winning," one of Carrie's followers tweeted after enjoying it. "The pigs are making the uprising on the farm more violent and chaotic." Unofficially serving as the farm's mascot is Biscuit, the piglet with a pot belly who was gifted to Jacob on his birthday. Instead of being aggressively vicious, Biscuit's attacks are utterly charming. Whenever Underwood is in the room, he follows closely after, barking for attention and treats. Underwood was trying to record a podcast in her barn, which had been transformed into a studio. Nevertheless, Biscuit was persistently nuzzling her leg and refused to let her be alone. By September of 2025, her script had been overtaken by laughing, and the podcast had been released. She playfully said, "He thinks he is my co-host," as she gently rubbed his ears. Even fan art has been influenced by Biscuit's charm campaign. Whenever Underwood speaks about him, drawings of him in a small cowboy hat seem to pop up. 2 rescued donkeys, Loretta and Hank, have recently moved onto the farm and brought their own special brand of mischief with them. Among the group, Hank possesses a natural talent for dramatic flair. Hank barks forth a piercing bark whenever Underwood tries to sing in the barn. "I thought I had pipes, but Hank's got me beat," she said while appearing on Kelly Clarkson's show. Loretta, on the other hand, has a knack for pilfering apples straight from the tree. Isaiah came up with the term donkey treasure when she left behind a path of half-eaten fruit to paint a picture of following events. Underwood has noticed that Jacob feels a sense of serenity among these gentle giants, and he loves to stroke their fluffy coats. He now uses them as a kind of therapy animal. When they attack, it's really just a way for them to gather around her and get her attention. At last month's family picnic, they were on the verge of knocking her down. The fluffiest tackle ever happened, according to Fisher. What makes this farmyard chaos so interesting and creative is how it gives a superstar a human side. Despite her reputation as an eminently talented actress, Underwood shows her softer side in these animal antics. Her followers get an honest and relatable glimpse into her everyday life through her social media, where videos of her avoiding people or picking up biscuits abound. And it's not just slapstick. She manages to keep her muddy-kneed motherhood and her global popularity in check in this inspiring narrative of courage and happiness. Due to its rundown charm, the farm becomes a character in its own right. What it offers is a boost to imagination. A reality TV spin-off blending the charm of Fixer Upper with the wit of the simple life may be born out of the storyline surrounding these attacks. Think at it this way: Underwood's daily struggles are being recorded by cameras. It is possible that she builds a goat-proof fence in one episode. Beware of spoilers. In one episode, Wen breaks through, while in another, Hank interrupts a family jam session. All of the farm animals are famous in their own right due to their distinct personalities. Like a dog, Biscuit is very loyal. While Hank experiences operatic outbursts, Dolly displays a hoardy strut. adding special appearances by Underwood's fellow country performers, like Miranda Lambert, who helps round up the hens, creates a television formula that is a must-see. On top of that, the farm is related to Underwood's wider artistic pursuits. Lyrics to tracks like Garden revealed her passion for gardening, and the album's title, Denim and Rhinestones, was a reference to her rural childhood. The album was released in 2022. The antics of the animals have also sparked fresh songwriting for her. Biscuit ruined her guitar session, so she had a late-night jam session and came up with the idea for Barnyard Blues, which she has hinted at releasing. Speculation among fans is that it will pay homage to the artist's life.